Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Now, one thing this drill has is it uses the drill bit as the shank for the whole tool. And knock the slug out of here. There. Now that should move it out another 1/4 inch, which will let me punch through and make sure I got that hole cleaned out. Let's see what it does. This would be great if it works. And if it doesn't, I'll just go outside and come in. Feel better having the ladder tied off to the structure. Well, it's got a little tab stuck in the outside. It's cut through. Okay. The hole saw slipped up on the shank. Oh, now we're through all the way. Good. Save setting the ladder up on the outside for right now. And I can come up here and set the junction box. Nice having this strap. Means I didn't drop this all the way to the floor if I did drop it. Of course, I didn't drop it, so that was good too. But at the same time, I was able to drill a hole all the way through the wall. This DeWalt 1/2 inch, 18 volt, it's a beast. Now I don't know if a 20 be any better. Might be a little lighter. This battery's pretty good size, kind of heavy. Well, this is why I retired at 62. I got 11 good years and more to come. But no way in the world I could say, okay, I'm going to do manual labor till the day I die. There are people who can, and I admire them and congratulate them on their ability. Not something I want to do, nor do I believe I can do it. But I can do things if I need to, and I can do things if I want to. The thing I have to remember is what I'm working with, the ability that I have, and what I intend to do with it. Right now, the ability that I have keeps me happy and healthy, lets me do things that I want to do, and I can wire my building and have it done. Just have to remember that time is not my friend. I don't have to rush. Just work steadily and keep going towards the goal. I've got an inspector coming Thursday to look at the finished building. He doesn't have to see all the wiring done. He just needs to see the building finished, the framework and the siding and things like that, ready for occupancy. But I hope to have the wiring done for the lights. That's my goal, have the lights up, everything lit. The heavy physical labor was putting up the angle iron and getting the conduit run and drilling the holes in the beams. Going up and down the ladder isn't easy, but I won't be carrying as much weight next time. I threaded these 2 pieces of conduit into the junction box. I just heated up the end with a heat gun and drove it in. Let the threads pull down in and tighten it up. Good and solid. Cuts threads in the sides of the tube. That meant I didn't have to have an extra big hole back here in the center of that 2-inch square tube. I didn't want to weaken the tube, and also I didn't want to have a big hole in there and not be able to use the mounting screws, which in this case are going to be these self-tappers. Just poking through these holes here. And right on into the beam itself. That'll make life easier. Nice little magnetic extension. Pop it in the end of the impact driver. That'll let it reach down into the bottom of that box without any trouble. Without that, this little guy is going to stop the drill bit or stop the drill motor before it gets all the way down. A little extension doesn't hurt. Now before I get up there, I'm going to glue on this coupling. So I'm not trying to do it up on top of the ladder. Work over the top of this drop cloth. These salt bags come in handy. They're tough as the dickens, water resistant. And this stuff doesn't bother us. Gotta be careful. I don't have a flat surface to work on. And I'll clean both of these while I'm at it, just so I got them done before I get up on top of the ladder. Handy tool to have. Now I set this on here. Not going to be functional. I'm going to have to loosen that clamp up down here and get this ready to move over. There we go. That's how you do it. What the heck? There we go. All solid, nice and done. Makes me happy. Running conduit up in the rafters, it's a lot of work. But I just anchored the last piece of conduit, last junction box, all done. Now I have a yard light to mount on the outside, but I think I'm going to have to wait for another day for that one. I got everything bolted up. I do have to pull wire, and that might be something for tomorrow, because I'm rather hot and tired. But I'm happy to have it this far along. Get the wire pulled down to the junction box. I've got a 4-strand pull there, I've got to pull another 4-strand pull down to the junction box. And 3 more. 2 for the yard light, because I'd like to be able to have a switch on that one to shut it off if I need to. And a power leg for the back, well, the front row of lights. I got the power leg for the back row of lights up there. That's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outlets, duplex outlets in the rafters. And there'll be one under the panel that's on the same wires, because I'm going to use the power from that arc fault breaker over there, just so it's got an arc fault protection on it. And that'll take care of that. I won't have to worry about arc fault from that light, because it is out in the water. Also, anything else in the building, steel building, arc fault's not going to be a problem. It's just shut off the breaker. I don't have to worry about anything getting grounded out. Don't get old. But if you do, keep active. If I hadn't kept as active as I have been, I wouldn't be doing this today. Okay, that's enough for today. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop it out in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.